Greetings, you Celtic fairies. I have some new comic book reviews, and these are reviews of comics from last week and this week, and they're brought to you by The Red Knight. It's my own self-published comic book, which I have created and write, along with artist J.C. Grande. And all three issues are available right now. Just check out the information at the bottom, and if you have any questions, please give me a message. And I'll be happy to answer any kind of question. Issue 4 is going to come out July 4th. And I'm appearing at 2 conventions this year. I'll be at the Heroes Con in June, and also Baltimore Con. So, hey, if you're going to hit those cons, I'll be there selling and signing copies of this. By the time Baltimore comes around, I'll have issue 4 on hand. Actually, I think I may have 5 at that point. Not too sure. I'm not going to guarantee that. Well, how about some comic books that I didn't make? Now, we got some Batman, some Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo Batman, number 9. He's still fighting the owl guys in his house, and then he beats them, and then he gets out and in his Batmobile and tells everybody, hey, go get him. And we see Lincoln March again. He returns to the series. Also, there's a backup about Alfred's father. And the art is absolutely wonderful, as always, by Greg Capullo, telling the story in a fast-paced fashion. And the art is just, just always terrific by Mr. Capullo. The story, however, it's filler. This could have been told in a couple pages, and we could have moved on a little bit deeper into the story. I feel like this is being stretched a little bit. This is 3 ram chips. Anyway, iZOMBIE! This is Chris Robinson and Michael Allred, issue 25. And we're getting closer and closer to the end of the series, which is, frankly, very disappointing. Gwen is being taught more about her abilities, and told more from Amon about, what his plans were. I'm still not sure if I totally trust Amon, actually. How about you, Lindsay?
No.
Yeah, I have this bad feeling that he's the real deal villain behind everything, but, you never know. But, let's see. The town is once again being attacked by beasties of all sorts. Everybody's kind of taking cover again. We get to find out a little bit about Dixie, actually, the waitress. And, let's see, the art is once again drawn by Mike Allred, and in just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colors, and just, I don't know if he's, I don't even think he can draw a bad comic. That's impossible. This one's 5 ram chips. You might as well pick this up while you can, and go back and buy all the back issues and the trades. This is a great series, and I'm very disappointed that it's leaving the stands in just a few issues. I think 29 is the last issue. Yeah. Anyway, Batwoman number 9! This is by J.H. Williams III, W. Hayden Blackman, and Trevor McCarthy is taking over now. Amy Reeder is completely off the book now, right?
Yep. She's gone.
Another disappointment. Thanks, DC. I totally, want Rob Liefeld on 2 books and, Amy Reeder on none. That's good thinking. Anyway, this one makes a little more sense than the last couple issues, because I know the writers have been trying this kind of like, they're trying to piece together a story where you kind of like read it and you see all these different viewpoints and it comes together, but the last couple issues, 2, 3, it's not been put together very well. So I've seriously been kind of just confused, and when I'm confused, I'm kind of out of the book. But this one, it just seems to come together a little bit better. I think maybe we're getting closer to the end, or maybe they finally figured out how to tell it without being confusing as shit. So, I think maybe because there's only a couple of people's stories you get to see in this one, and each scene is longer instead of shorter, which I think was part of the problem. Last couple issues, they were really choppy, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Let's see, McCarthy's art, by the way, is quite lovely, and is a nice transitional issue from the Reader stuff. It's very similar without being a total copy. So Hey, we are jumping back up to 4 RAM chips with this one. But I'm going to miss Amy Reeder a lot. Now, Glory! And this is issue 26 by Joe Keatinge and Ross Campbell, the amazing Glory series. If you haven't heard me talk about this before, and nobody else, Glory is one of the new kind of reboot books that's going on over at Image Extreme. Rob Liefeld has turned the reins over to a few other creators, and they've been going crazy. Like the Prophet book is amazing. I'm not buying it, but I read one of the issues, and it's really well done. And Glory just kind of knocks me out every time I see it. And, you know, they really made some smart moves. So I highly recommend, before I even get into this, highly recommend picking Glory up, Prophet, and a couple of these other Extreme books. I haven't picked up Youngblood, but, you know, I assume it's better. And now, Riley, this young girl who's kind of been a fan of Glory all her life and has, you know, oddly dreamt of her adventures and knows more than she feels like she should, has been brought in. She's been called to Glory, and she has been being recruited into Glory's war that she's about to fight and start. At the same time, she's been told by one of Glory's partners that she wasn't brought to join the war, she was brought to stop Glory's war. And the issue starts out with this hilarious training sequence. We've seen characters train before, and shit, I've written scenes like that. And just the immense difference in physicality is hilarious, actually. I mean, she's about the size of one of Glory's fucking arms, and, you know, she's just standing there petrified. I won't really show this horrible scene, but there's a monster on the loose on the island. Not this guy. This guy's Henry. He's friendly. But there's another monster out to get our heroes, and let's see, Glory and Gloria are sent to you know, find it. Meanwhile, looks like somebody has found our heroes, and an invasion is coming. Wow, what a great book. I highly recommend this. I jumped from Wonder Woman to this book, and I haven't read it. I love this book. This is one of the first reads I do each month it comes out. Highly recommend it. 5 RAM chips. And crossover time! It's Avengers vs. X-Men issue 4. This has been coming out pretty rapidly, actually. And it's written by a whole bunch of dudes. Actually, all the main writers at Marvel. Jason Aaron, Brian Michael Bendis, Ed Brubaker, Matt Fraction, and Jonathan Hickman. And they each take a turn on the script. So Jonathan Hickman is doing the script on this one, and John Romita Jr. is doing all the art. And we start off seeing Wolverine, and he's been kicked. He's been kicked out of one of the Quinjets and thrown in, what is this, Antarctica? Yeah, Antarctica. And he's picked up by Hope, the person he was looking for. And meanwhile, we get a shot of the Phoenix Energy. Apparently, the army of Avengers sent to space didn't really do much. And Thor watches Phoenix apparently destroy another planet. And let's see, meanwhile, we got the X-Men and Avengers fighting in different spots because they're expecting Hope to show up, and, you know, they run into each other, so they, you know, beat the shit out of each other. I'm not picking up the Versus side stories because I really don't think it's very, I don't know, necessary, frankly. But, you know, you can if you want. I think in the newest issue we see Spider-Man fight Colossus and Gambit fight Captain America. And, you know, pretty much what we see here is what we need. You know, Gambit attacks and Captain America kicks his ass in the end. And that's all I really need to see. I don't need 50 pages of that. But, alright. Well, Wolverine decides to help Hope. And they sort of cut a deal. But, hey, is somebody double-crossing somebody? I don't know. Anyway, the John Romita art here is just absolutely wonderful. It's obvious this is kind of the only book he's been working on lately, so everything is just really crisp and clean and just beautiful. Not sketchy at all. And I've been really liking it. So far, so good on this crossover. Now, granted, A lot of crossovers seem great at first, and then they, you know, kind of not so great afterwards. So, you know, I'm trying to be cool about it. This is issue 4, and I'm going to give it 5 RAM chips. Now, I'm going to end off with Daredevil. I usually start off, but I thought for fun we'd end here. This is Daredevil 13 by Mark Waid, and I'm not familiar with this artist. Anyway, let's see. Daredevil is, let's see. Foggy's really worried about Daredevil, and he discovers something shocking in his desk. And it's probably not Hustler, because that's another desk he keeps his stuff in. And let's see, we continue off where he was attacked on his date with Kristen, and he's able to escort her home, and she's safe. And he goes out and fights a whole bunch of representatives of all the mega crime organizations he's pissed off. For those of you who came in late, he acquired a disc during one of his adventures that has all the secrets of all the major crime organizations. Well, he's been trying to figure out what to do with it. And everybody knows he has it. But he's been able to keep them from attacking him because, you know, he's been able to kind of, you know, work them against each other. So no one can really make a move on him just yet. Well, that's coming to a close, and, you know, he's getting into a position where he has to do something. And he does a cool little trick. You know, Daredevil does some cool shit each issue through the Mark Waid series. And once again, he does so here. But wow, he's captured by a big major villain at the end of this issue. And I'm not going to say who, but it's definitely worth it. This is the best comic out there right now from Marvel and DC. Bar none. Daredevil is 5 RAM chips. Go get them. And go get all the back issues if you have been putting it off. Get I think the trade's out of the first few issues. Get that, get everything. It's great. Push the button, Lindsay.